and welcome to Arminius versus Flix. The match is scheduled to begin at 11 o'clock, and I've got Flix on the line in Discord, and they are about to set the game up. I think they are trying to get hold of each other, so yeah, we'll see. I hope they start on time so that you don't have to waste your time here. And yeah, I can already tell you a bit about the upcoming match. Let me quickly open the challenge as well. Just 1 second. Where's it? They have already done the bans and picks in order to just start immediately with the game. It'll be on Orsha North, and it's a very interesting matchup. They are in Div 3 in Group B, and currently Flix is at the top with 4 points. 2 victories, and Arminius is sitting on 2nd place with 2 points and 1 victory. Barbarian hasn't played yet, at least it's not yet recorded, and Reef has lost 1 game against Flix, and Sergenze has lost against both Flix and Arminius. But I think there was actually a different player who was replaced, if I recall it correctly. And Flix is in the chat. Thanks for casting, and hopefully Arminius and myself are gonna deliver you a little treat. Yeah, I think it'll be super exciting. In any case, it's my first live cast as well. So already for that it's going to be exciting, and I hope it works out. I will be able to adjust the audio volume, but I've switched off the music and stuff. So it will be without music. And some information I've got on my WordPad here. Here we go. It's like I said, it's going to be on Orsha North. And Arminius is player 1 and Flix is player 2. And Flix banned 3rd Fallschirmjäger and 4th Fallschirmjäger, and then Arminius banned 8th Indian, 1st Fallschirmjäger and 5th Gebirgsjäger, and after that Flix banned Premier DFL, Task Force 45 and 17th SS, and then Arminius banned 2nd Indian Head and 6th Airborne. So this is kind of the setup, and obviously you might be interested in what they've picked as well. And Arminius picked 26 guards, and Flix picked, just 1 second, Flix picked 5th SS. So it'll be 5th SS against 26th guards, and on Orsha North. I do not know the income types, but we will see. Orsha North is a map that's very popular. It's among the more popular or most popular maps. It rarely gets banned, I think. In the recent statistics, I think it was even the most played map, followed by Kostritza, if I recall correctly. Kostritza being the new map from the free DLC. Yeah, we will just have to wait a little bit till the players have started the game. It's all live, so there's no additional delay on the stream. But Flix said there's possibly some sort of delay once I've entered the game. So it should be fine, and no stream sniping, obviously. So yeah, we can maybe take a quick look at the different battle groups, and while they are setting up, I hope they're already setting up. So this would be the 26th Guards. It's obviously not the deck. I do not have the deck code. And with the point distribution, you can already see lots of infantry, very decent support tab, very decent anti-tank tab with regards to activation points. Same goes for artillery. Air is okay as well. In the Recon tab, you get 2 sniper cards. So these are like the best units you get in here. And yeah, you could bring the Dushka if you wanted to. Or in the motorized variant, you can actually get the Razvedka. A really good light armored vehicle. And it's quite fast as an Opel Blitz. Yeah, Lemem asks, 26, isn't that the one with the B4? Yeah, it is B4 and BR5 even. These are the heavy guns. I think it's the largest artillery piece in the game. Self-propelled artillery, super slow, amazing blast, and then also the BR5 with a little bit less availability, so it's possibly better to go for the B4. You also get the Andreyusha. I really need to start activating my third monitor so I can have even more windows open. You get the Andreyusha, which is the improved Katyusha basically, and better at destroying stuff. You get 120mm mortars. They are not that used. You get the off map is only 122mm, so I don't think he'll bring it. I'm not sure. You get this. This is really cool because you not only get, well, you get AP shells, and basically you can use it as a mortar as well, but with radio and very mobile. F22 is 3 gun. You get 5 mortar cards. You could bring lots of mortars. Obviously leader and artillerist, and you might want to consider bringing the artillerist in order to sneak them into enemy territory early on in the game, and then give your B4 the advantage of the radio. Okay, they are loading in. Fantastic. It's all live. So tank wise, you get some interesting tank options as well with good armor. You get lots of AT weapons to fill up. AA, the trucks are really good, and he will probably use them. And I will just take a super quick look, very super quick look at the 5th SS. Panzer Viking. Yeah, okay. There's not much time left because we need to go to the game, but you even get some captured T-34s. You get a Pantherführer, Hero. You get the Grille, which is really good. It will be interesting to see if he maybe uses the Flammenpanzer. I don't think so, but we'll see lots of AT options here as well, including a captured Russian Su-76. AA, very decent. Best artillery, best counter battery piece in the game here with the SK-18, and some air options. Aufklärungspanzer, maybe even the Panther. But the game is about to start. They are loading in. Let me quickly go to multiplayer, custom game, filter. And filter running games. And that should be it. Okay, spectate. And let me quickly start the YouTube recording as well. So already 7 viewers, thanks a lot. Game will start in 22. Yeah, we've got a delay on this, so that's good. And yeah, Flix sometimes changes his name, and Nonchalant is Arminius. And yeah, I start the recording as well. So hello YouTube to the live cast of the match Div 3 Steel Division League between Flix and Nonchalant or Arminius. And I think that Arminius has the first supporter in the chat with Yabo, who is not a fan of Arminius's opponent. I won't speed up things too much because I just quickly want to repeat that it's Orsha North, obviously, and then the band divisions were 3rd Fallschirmjäger, 4th Fallschirmjäger, 8th Indian, 1st Fallschirmjäger, 5th Gebirgsjäger, DFL, Task Force 45, 17th SS, 2nd Indian Head, and 6th Airborne. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see where they pick the main fights. There's already the Maultier-Vielfachwerfer in the initial deployment. Stück 4, Aufklärungspanzer, Panzergrenadiers in the half-track. Flamethrowers to capture the flags early on. Panzergranates, Stück 4. So he really means business here in the south, I think. And Kers is in the chat. Thanks also for the follow earlier today. I got the email notification. And also thanks for the follow for Jack Noguera. I don't know if he's here in this stream or if he watched my previous Battle Brothers stream in German. Yeah, so 10 people already. Thanks a lot for tuning in for my first live cast. And we do have a delay here, and I think it's quite good to have a delay. I will speed things up a little bit here. It's actually the first time that I also spectate a game. Yeah, well, this is a live cast, so it's not pre-recorded, it's not the replay. They are basically setting up everything and playing as we go. I'm in the game as an observer. So the matchup is Orsha North, and we've got Flix on the right hand side playing 5th SS, and on the left hand side we've got Arminius or Nonchalant playing with 26th Guards. Lots of Ognimachiki here, PTRS. And yeah, it's going to be super interesting. And the bands were 3rd Fallschirmjäger, 4th Fallschirmjäger, 1st Fallschirmjäger, 8th Indian, 5th Gebirgs, DFL, 17th SS, Task Force 45, 2nd Indian Head, and 6th Airborne. 12 viewers already, fantastic. And you will wonder why I've got, why I don't have the swastika. Oh, SDL didn't lose against Flix didn't lose against the Airspam. Okay, that's really weird. Yeah, I sometimes play against Flix as well for training and stuff, and his AA game he's a good player anyway, but his AA game has recently improved even more, and he plays his AA very aggressively and efficiently now. Yeah, I think His AA game was trash, but then how did he manage to beat your air spam SD league? If his AA was trash, AA game. Human waves, okay. Yeah, the best boots on the ground after all win the battles. And I will speed things up a little bit, but I can't speed them up more. So we are now like in the intended delay of the stream, of the spectator mode. 900 points kills more, but I fucked up on the ground as per usual. Yeah, the ground can be tricky. So he does bring the Aufklärungspanzer, not the Panther, but the Panzer 3. Yeah, the current ground meta is the league. Yeah, possibly the current ground meta is spam, spam, spam. I think that that we will probably see quite the aggressive push from towards this compound here in the middle. Yeah, it's slightly different spam than back in the days, that's true. So if you play on the blue side, I think it's really difficult to contest this flag, which can be more easily captured, and also this flag. And yeah, I think that Flix might play very defensively here on the hill. This is also a rather defensive setup, but with the Stück 4, so quite some points invested in here as well. And I think it's rare to see, well, I haven't seen him that often play the half tracks like the. But he did some changes here now. There was a half track down here before, in a Panzer Grenade with a half track. He changed it. And there's only one up here. Just some snipery to go on the hill, so there won't be much on the hill, which is actually quite the good call, because you don't really get a very direct way into or onto this hill if you are the blue player. Guardia DPs, Sturmovicis for CQC, Guardia, Pneumachiki. So strong forces here in the south end, but also here in the center. But I guess some of those troops will go into the town here, and some here. I don't know if they, I don't know their income. So that will be interesting to see as well. This is such an aggressive deployment here with the Maultier Vierfachwerfer. It's like a disguised A face-off map. So I've got the chat open on my second screen, so if you type something, I can read it as well, as they are still setting up. Yeah, Java says you can read this. Yes, I can. I just need to look to the right and then I can see it and read it. So this town is obviously usually contested, but if the southern player, if the blue player manages to win this hill, he gets a good chance to win these 3 flags, and you can kind of push through the forest. If you can get your AT guns into here and maybe an HMG or something, you can kind of control the supply lines here a little bit. As you can see, you get good lines of sight here, and then you can, once you win this, you're in a good spot. Then you can go through the forest to here and then maybe even push on. Cass assumes that Flix wants to cheese the opening with that rocket art. Yes, I think so too. My guess is he really wants to win this hill, and often the red player deploys quite a bit in here because of the importance of this location for the red player, because he can easily lose up to 3 flags. The divisions are 5th SS for Flix and 26th Guards for Nonchalant or Arminius. And the bands are 3rd Fallschirmjäger, 4th Fallschirmjäger, 1st Fallschirmjäger, 8th Indian, 5th Gebirgs, DFL, Task Force 45, 17th SS, 2nd Indian Head and 6th Airborne. Yeah, I think that Nonchalant is he played 26th Guards before. In at least the replay for his previous match, he used them. So maybe this is the 5th SS is maybe the answer to the 26th. It's just incredible when you look at it. You can see the red wave. So many red units against this, and we do get some Maultier Vielfachwerfer cheese, but we can also see some PTRS cheese going on. Well, it's not cheese because it's league, so very competitive, and if you don't cheat, everything is allowed, to ensure your victory. And as you can see, it's div 3, so people or players pay close attention to their unit positioning, everything in the correct order. Also, thanks a lot to both players who agreed to this battle being streamed live. Yeah. Lemem can't recall a 26th game outside of memeing, and Kias says it's quite good with the new AA card. That's true. The 26th has been buffed. There's no AA yet. Okay, the game is starting. I will close the panel. And yeah, both Maverick mirror, and this truck, this AA truck that I've shown in the beginning. Now you do get 2 of them instead of 1. Also 2 cards instead of 1 card. He goes for the very aggressively here, very aggressive deployment. Flix more defensively, obviously, but also with the Maultier Vierfachwerfer who goes to hide here in the yellow forest. In the center, also very aggressive deployment with the fast Soviet vehicles. Also in the north here, yeah, the Axis player always coming a bit too late to the party. Yeah, one more ZSU, that's the name, thanks Kers. Yeah, one more card of ZSU, and with the AA buff in general, it's quite helpful. The PAC 40, as you HE shells switched off, that's good micro here, because he just wants to go for the high value targets and not to reveal his position. Very defensive here with Pioneer flamethrowers and the Führer, but the Stücks will come, and we get the first shots of the Maultier Vierfachwerfer. And I might have to turn up the volume a little bit, or is it loud enough? I'm not quite sure. I turn it up a little bit, because that's just a nice view. Let's see if he hits something. Not as much as one would hope for if you shoot a Maultier Vierfachwerfer. It didn't stop anything here really with regards to suppression. There's just a human wave coming forward, and also 2 T-34s. The T-34Es are actually quite good. They are super cheap, 55 points I think, yes. 90mm front armor, 100mm penetration, really good unit. And he brings 2 of them because you always want to, or usually want to bring 2 tanks at the same time. So Stück now 100mm front armor, so it can't be pinned, can't be penetrated by the T-34E, and down goes the first T-34E. Stück already a bit damaged and stressed out, and there's a cluster bomber. Oh my god, the flak is arriving here, but it'll be too late to save the Stück. But the Panzer III survives. Lots is going on here. We get some sneaky PTRS going on, also a human wave going through the forest. Yeah, liver. Yeah. And there's the next shot from the Maltier Vielfachwerfer. And again on the buildings. PTRS, sneaky PTRS not going through. The flak here is a bit in danger, but there's already the support. This is the bare minimum you need to supply here. A heavy machine gun and a Pak 40. Also microed. Interestingly, he didn't micro off the APCR shells because he thinks he needs the penetration, which is actually probably true. Even though 145 should be enough for everything in A phase at least. Most important fights taking place here. Nice micro here with the smoke. Transmission damage doesn't really matter, just needs to hold the ground. Another T-34 is still alive. And yeah, still some rockets left. Panzer IV coming in. Here's the sniper. It's not yet looking at anything. And like I said, this is a place blue usually loses. I think that it can help to put a heavy MG somewhere in here. And he might even lose this flag and this flag now. Yes, 59 as the first double tick. The Maltier Vielfachwerfer didn't really pay off yet. And that's a very brave tank. There's no infantry support in this forest. The Panzer, the unload just on time. But it's Panzergrens against Ognomechiki, and Panzergrens in the forest. Difficult. Yeah, Le Germain has reasons to play Eastern Front Axis, and Jabo answers King Tiger. Yeah. If you quadruple you also start with King Tigers in A phase in 1v1. So here's now a push, but there's so many red units in here, and there's already reinforcements being called in. A sneaky PTRS here that might get some kills. Also this flag is overrun, but Flix managed to take back this flag, possibly by using his Pak 40 bit and also the HMG coming in. Yeah, it's a bit unlucky for Flix that he didn't manage to take out both T-34s. But there was a good play with the cluster bomber, and there's even a 120mm mortar. Yeah, it's much more exciting too. And there's the Maltier Vielfachwerfer shooting again. Blind shot in the forest. Yeah, they are now forced to fall back, but there's a Komroti, they won't surrender. And it's more Ognomechiki. It's all back to 13-11 only. The Stuk 4 here, a very aggressive play here. But it's protected. And now this Panzergren at the edge of the forest, good positioning here. These are falling back, but look at this. The burning Opal. This PDIS already paid for itself. Another bomb run and the next Stuk 4 goes down. Nice air micro here by Nonchalant. Saving his plane for now, but I think that Flix will do some air micro now as well. Circling back. Ooh. And he will get the... No, I think it will get away. No, it won't. Okay. One worry less for Flix. Now he's got two tanks here. He really needs to push this, but they are now two double battered thanks to the Komroti. T-34Es. He's pushing through. There's a PTRS. It could get a side shot off if he doesn't kill it. Now it's dead. Flix is just about holding on to these flags. Super hard to hold on this. Defensive HMG, that's a good call. And now there's the T-34E support. So he brought them in A phase, single vetted, which I think means he has 6 of them in total. Another Multi-Vielfachwerfer shot. But it's not doing that much. Not even fully suppressed. And now it's just the Panzer IV. At close range, the T-34 is more likely to win. And it has the better price value because the Panzer IV is 75 points or 20 points more. And the Panzer III manages to kill one of the T-34s. So I think, now there are Panzer Grands coming in. There are half tracks. There's a first AA. And the Focke-Wulf still trying to keep the skies clear. This flag is lost. It's still 14-10. And Jabel says already, GG, don't pick 5th SS. Yeah, nothing goes down really. And nothing is fully suppressed. I think that the larger Nebelwerfer is possibly better. But I think with the Multi-Vielfachwerfer you can use the rockets and you can just stop because it's not like just 6 rockets, it's way more. And now the support is coming in and the support is needed. He's just about holding on to this flag and it will be difficult to hold the flag. Now strafing. A heavy bomber would be nice somewhere. Hi-Fi Rommel, is FPS okay? You mean like frames per second? I don't have any stutter. So and Twitch says the stream quality is excellent, so I hope it's working. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. And thanks a lot to everyone, like 15 people. That's really cool for this live match. Multi-Vielfachwerfer is reloading and now, okay, shooting at the forest. Panzergren's not unloaded. And I think that Nonchalant, no, I thought he might be going for the town. And that's the ZSU. And now 26th Guards has 1 additional card. So if you, for example, bring them single vetted, I think you get 2 in A phase and 4 in B phase, or is it unvetted? I've forgotten. There's the heavy bomber, but it gets suppressed by the ZSU. Ooh, that's very unfortunate. But the heavy bomber was actually the good call. 14-10. Lots of human waves here from the Soviets. Okay, so it's stuttering. Soli says it's stuttering. Also, Lemem says it's stuttering. So there seems to be something wrong. Also, Kier says it's stuttering a bit. So there seems to be like a small issue when I move the camera. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I don't know why that is. I hope that the players don't have an issue with the FPS. 20 FPS, yeah. Let me move closely. Yeah, it seems kind of fluid here, but I don't know at which end the problem is. So I will try to not move the camera too much. This is obviously a very offensive positioning of the mortar with a 6 kilometers range, but the closer you are, the better chance of hitting your target. The next shot's by the Multi-Vielfachwerfer, again on this forest. But look at this. I'm not sure if, yeah, well, 1's pinned down, 2 are pinned down. but the area that gets attacked is so huge. So the Komrotti barely even scratched. There's the next push, and now there's even a Panzerschreck here. Yeah, they've got the KV-85. Yeah. Let's see, but it's not yet on the... Yeah, there it is. Let's take a look at the KV-85. 125mm frontal armor, so it won't be enough against a Panther. But 145mm penetration is fantastic. And there's only the Panzerschreck that can actually defeat it. And now Flix had to resort to a rather defensive position, despite the multi-Vielfachwerfer plan. There's one up north as well. Yeah, and there's also another ZSU. So Nonchalant now tries to secure the skies. There's now a massive push here. It's good that Flix shifted his efforts from south to north, but there are still a lot of units in here. Very aggressive flak play. And there's the bomber, but there's now the ZSU. It arrived just on time, but the bomb goes off and it should destroy the PD-76. Bomber will get away. No, I'm not sure what got hit here, nothing really. Now the flak in a very offensive duty, but one's already falling back. The Sturmpionier clearing the forest. And there's now the radio mortar. Now 2 T-34s and a KV-85. The Panzer IV goes down to this nice angle here that Nonchalant created with his 2 tanks. And now there's nothing really in the way of the tanks here. Meanwhile, nothing happening in the center. This is just a very comfortable flag for the red player. And in the south, there's also a huge wave of red units still. Triple vetted Sturmoviki. Multi-Vielfachwerfer moving forward. It's out of ammunition. Oh. And oh. That might have been a misclick. This might fall victim to the ISU. That's now on the battlefield as well. 165mm penetration, 2km range. And this is not a good pathing here. But there's a Jagdpanzer IV. This is actually one of my favorite units. With 105 points, 130mm front armor and the 145mm penetration. And also a PaK 40. It's 1311, but just about. Thanks to the leader, they won't surrender. But now Nonchalant will clear this forest. Okay, that's good. Flix noticed the horrible pathing the AA gave to his multi-Vielfachwerfer. Jagdpanzer IV kills, yes it should, because it's got the 145mm armor. That's where is it? Oops, I think it's 125 frontal armor. Yes, 125 frontal armor. So the Jagdpanzer will kill, but the KV-85 will also kill the Jagdpanzer. The T-34s won't kill the Jagdpanzer unless they get a side shot. So the Jagdpanzer is a good call actually. Hi, Personal Hell, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Yes, this is the first game and it's live. It's the live cast. Flix is currently first place in the league with 4 points and no lost points basically, and Nonchalant is second place with 2 points and no losses. Now the mortar is doing a good job here. Should be within radio range as well. And down goes the AT gun, that was important. Another No, that's the same KV-85. He just maneuvered it, or did he lose the KV-85 here? No, there it is. There's two KV-85s now shooting at the PAK-40. Yeah, but it's not piercing with the APCR shells. Not hitting. Yeah, well. Now he moved the Jagdpanzer 4 a little bit, I think. Bounce. Transmission damaged. And nothing happens to the Jagdpanzer at this distance. But it won't go down, it just won't go down. Lots of bounces here. It's a bit unfortunate for Flix, but the KV-85 is also pretty good. Le Mem, this is still just 2 games in total, because it's still group stage. So 1 point per victory, and you can get up to 2 points. Now AA cover here with 2 ZSUs is way too strong for the bomber. And here in the south, Nonchalant managed to take this hill with this farm. And this is going to be very difficult to take back. And Nonchalant did it right to go that much into the forest with his infantry. There's yet another Yak 9B coming. And it's heading for the Jagdpanzer. Ooh. That was very close. That's possibly his best weapon against the Jagdpanzer. Panzergrens in the forest against Sturmoviki rocks. Double vetted. Now Panzerschreck here. The Panzergren that he put on return fire is dead. But the positioning here is now pretty decent, so no lines of sight. And what is the SDKZ shooting at? Did it notice the... Oh, is it going to smoke? Oh, okay, redirected to the Stravniki. Not bad, but also it would be good to go for the AA. In the south, reinforcement with Sturmoviki rocks. I think that there's only 1 card of Sturmoviki rocks in the deck. Or is it 2? I think 1. And he brings them double vetted, so I think he should have 8 Sturmoviki rocks maybe, roughly. Yeah, exactly, it's 2 games in total. 2 cards, thanks personal health, so 2 cards of Sturmoviki rocks, so he can bring quite a few. We are already in C phase, so players now have 80 points income. And I think it will be very difficult for Flix to bounce back. Also, he has only 1 Panzergren against 2 Sturmoviki rocks and the 2 Stravnikis, and the Panzer Force will be easy prey for the Stravnikis if they get a side shot, which they don't. Good micro here, and the Sturmoviki rocks get shelled or bombed by the heavy bomber here. That's a good call. There's still one ZSU. It's a bit far behind the line now, so it can't really help out. And if that hits, it would be quite helpful. 1 Sturmoviki rocks goes down. And now the Multi-Vielfachwerfer are still on the search for supplies, which are waiting over here. SK-18 now, not for counter battery, but he's trying to attack the artillery, I presume. The AA. No, he's going for the KV-85. It will be so difficult to take back this. Yeah, and this is taking ages because there's no good road here, so you can't really move your units behind your lines. Now another bomb run. He's going for... What is he going for? He's going for the leader. And there's also the T-34E. Oh no, the bombs didn't go off. He redirected it a bit too early. And it'll take some time to get it repaired. And now there's Panzer Grenadiers arriving just on time, but there are beefy Stravniki squads waiting. And yeah, there's the 15-9 because the Stravnikis go for the flag. SDKFZ also the mortar shooting, but it's a blind shot. SK18 is silent, but the KV85 has a transmission damage, so it's actually quite helpful. The Panzerschreck is arriving to the scene. Panzergrandsson holds fire, so he's got eyes on the targets, but he's probably not seeing them in nonchalant. No push on this compound here. Another bomb run, but again, the bombs did not fall. And there's a KV85 now against the 2 Panzer IVs. And the Panzer IVs should win this. If they see the target. Ooh, they don't. Ooh. And now just about out of sight apparently. That will be a side shot. Yeah. Now 2 Sturm Pioneers try to take back this flag, but there's also T-34E. Rocket plane seems to have been rather unsuccessful. Maybe some stress. 59 double take, 4 minutes 34 left. Yeah, Lemem is a bit sad because there's no B4 yet. Yeah, that's true. Possibly he didn't. He doesn't have any in his deck because it's Maverick, so maybe he didn't bring one. But there's not much artillery anyway, just the 120mm mortar, and this is 3. I think it's in the artillery tab. And now this flag will go down. A Panzer IV will be too late to the party and won't stop the party. Smoked by the Sturm Pioneers to survive, but it's only 2 guys. Now the Multi-Vielfachwerfer being reloaded will shoot again. What Flix now needs is another flag, and he's pushing for this flag. But the Panzer IV is showing its side and it's killing it. And the Jagdpanzer 145mm penetration, and it's bouncing and bouncing, and the distance is not that great. It's less than, well, it's maybe 1,350 meters. So quite a bit away from the max range still, but it's not panning very reliably. But now the KV85 goes down, but there's another one, and he's going for the Jak-9B again. But there's still one flak, and just about without the AA buff, this would have destroyed the Jagdpanzer. But it's Flix is 2 flags down because Nonchalant managed to push into the town, or south of the town through the forest. Good forest play. But it's 14-10 now that he got the flag back, maybe because of the Pak 40 here. Multi-Vielfachwerfer shooting again at the KV85 and whatever is here, which is not much else. Stravniki gets a hit. He's being pinned down, will surrender. Or are they fanatical? No. The KV85 actually goes down. Which Flix doesn't know apparently, because he's moving forward his Panzerschreck. Still 13 men, very brave Stravniki. It's only one heavy machine gun here on the Jagdpanzer. It's not really good for killing infantry. There are 2, no, it's also only one on the, is it 1? Yeah. No, it's 2 on this one, and I think it's 1 on the Jagdpanzer, yeah. It's still 59 because Nonchalant took this flag back, and now Flix trying to secure this flag. And yeah, thank you very much. I've just noticed Farid Rommel and also Green. Thanks a lot for the follows. That's very much appreciated. And there are more Saperi coming in. Good positioning for the Panzergren here in the green forest. There's another Yak 9B. Ooh, very, very close. If this Jagdpanzer goes forward a tiny little bit more, the AA needs to go forward as well. There's still the double ZSU. I think they would be a good target for the Maultier-Vielfachwerfer, which is out of ammunition. 3 rockets left. And there are some Stravniki. If they get a side shot on the Jagdpanzer, 45. Yeah, 35 mil. But there's also this 3, which will pierce the Jagdpanzer. Ooh, the Panzer IV destroyed by the Sturmoviki rocks, or what happened here? But Flix knows he needs to do something up here. But this 3 gun will get a side shot at the Jagdpanzer IV. And there's now also the Jagd-B. And down goes the Jagdpanzer. That was a bit too brave. Good push here in the center though. Holding off Nonchalant. But there's still this one 15-point unit that has been ticking here the entire time. It's just such a good spot for the red player. Yeah, and there's just one Panzergren holding the entire southern front. SK-18 opening fire again at the ZSU, and already one ZSU went down. It's 14-10, 38 seconds left. Is there anywhere a chance to win back a flag? Not really. I think that's the GG. I think that the game plan with the Maultier-Vielfachwerfer did not really play out as planned, because it just didn't do enough damage. Didn't really stop the units even. They only got like half suppressed. And there's the victory for Nonchalant. He played really well with his red waves of units and good tank play, very good micro. KD is, you have to consider that in the end Flix had to push, so it's kind of close. Chronology, some early kills here for Flix. Is there a phase where a lot happened in one direction? Yeah, the bomb runs here. So congratulations to Nonchalant or Arminius, and commiserations to Flix. Yeah, the SK-18 actually killed the ZSU. I think would have been good to take out the ZSU earlier and win the sky. That would have helped for sure. Is there a hero unit? The T-34Es did a decent job here in the early game in the south. Also here, all the T-34Es did a very reliable job. Also this KV-85. And is there a hero unit for Flix? Decent Panzergren here. The bomb runs were quite effective with this plane. They got killed in like one shot, I think. And the Aufklärungspanzer did a good job. The Panzer IV did a good job as well. The Panther, not so much. So let me see. To the chat. If they maybe join the chat, so I don't know. As far as I know, they've planned to play this one game now, and the other one possibly on Wednesday, but I'm not sure. I will ask. and I hope you've enjoyed the stream of this first game between Flix and Arminius. And I'm just trying to find out if they want to play the second match. Yeah, second match will be on Wednesday. And I will end the YouTube stream now, or the YouTube rather. Thanks YouTube for watching, and see you on the battlefield. But the stream will continue for a moment. Ninlik has to go to, but yeah, Ninlik, thanks a lot for staying around. And thanks a lot, Lemem, for the follow. That's fantastic. 70 followers now. Yeah, Panzergren ammo to be such an issue, yeah. I think that the idea with the Maultier-Vielfachwerfer was really good, but and interesting, but it had very, very little effect on. And so I think it didn't help that much. It didn't stop any of the units basically, or hardly any. They only got half suppressed. And it was a very good match. I've recorded it for YouTube as well. There's a 24-hour ban for publishing the video on another platform. So it will go live on Wednesday, I think. And yeah, if they play again at 11 or so on Wednesday, I will possibly be able to cast the second leg as well. Yeah, I'll find out about that and let you know. So thanks a lot for watching. I have nothing much to show you left. So thanks a lot for the follows and for watching my first live cast ever. And thanks for all the comments as well in the chat.